there's different options.
The dream job.
All right, Prime Gaming User Select is underway, and you know what, Redgar, you were talking about, you were curious what Fnatic were going to be busting out here, but so far it looks like we're going to get some explosive gameplay.
Oh yeah, I see like that Rolling right now is playing on Raze. It's like a kind of different role. Like
okay. Double duelist. Single duelist. Tens on.
That would be good. That
Damn,
would be very
okay.
good for him.
Yeah,
this is going to be interesting. Viper. So they have a Viper, but Cypher's pretty good against the Viper. So honestly, maybe Fnatic come out on top against this. We'll see. We'll see how the Viper, is utilized, and we will see how both teams kind of use it.
Because this is definitely going to be a bit of a banger here as we get ready for split. Are we going to get a map 3?
I honestly thought on this map. It's interesting out of all of these teams that I thought Sentinels would be the more likely one to go for the double duelist. So that's interesting. It's very good on this map. Right, we saw Loud literally does not even have to consider middle at all on their attack side. So it's one of those things where, again, you can just keep this simple if you wanted to. If you were Fnatic, you could just hit sites and just see if they can hold the sites, and then you can go over towards middle. Or you can just do it the complete opposite. Go middle first, and then you can switch it up. But Fnatic, obviously, didn't choose this map, so they get to choose the sides. They chose defense, Sentinels on attack.
In elimination maps.
But
I think the most important thing is that Zekken should be empowered. He's my player to watch on this attack side, because his breach, very underwhelming, super rough performance, but his Raze should just be
this would have come up on the minimap in terms of him being there as well, so the util's pretty good from the Viper at the moment, because as we can see, the Cypher is on the opposite side, so they can't get information over towards any of this stuff with the Cypher, and they have to put bodies there.
It is a def, an A-ring
so
kind of
Viper's going to cause constant pressure over towards A.
Can take map control. It's really good on the defense side too. Big clash here though in ropes.
Yep, already going to be trying to take this
what a
one.
nice setup. What a really nice setup. Sassy on 37 HP as well. Those two played great. Nice little bait in with the dash as well. They think they're further back, so your pre-aims over towards the right, and there's someone else standing in the corner. Great from Fnatic. Dude, they do so much good stuff. It's, yeah.
Creates a little bit of threat, a bit of pressure.
It's very, very nice.
They're reading it.
There's already 3 players here.
Yeah.
And part of that is because Alpha's Cam sees into be heaven, and he's not worried at all.
30 seconds left.
And so Durka lines it up right down the angle. A single shot will do it to the chest. Sassy stand a chance.
Nice shots.
All up to Pancada with no time left to even play in this round. What can you even do in a situation? You have to try and plan A.
Oh
Not
my!
when Durga's hitting shot like this. I mean, that is just disgusting.
Dude, he's just carrying on the pistols. He got 3 last time as well, right? For the defense pistol for Fnatic. I think that was right. Gets 3 on the fast pistol. Gets 4 on this pistol.
It's not like he was
look at these shots, though.
My God, when this guy is on form, when Durka's playing his best, he's up there with, you know, the top 3 players in the world. At times, he looks like he could be the best player in the world. Maybe this Fnatic team is going to empower him to be just that.
What a beginning for Fnatic. It's a critical pistol round.
Getting away with that one. Early B main control, stacking orbs over towards the Raze. That's nice. 3 people mid. The Judge is out already.
But now this Judge in play is always dangerous. Much more passive wall, but still going to get broken nevertheless. But it gives good information that players are close. Def just trying to go for the jump.
Oi. The
right click in play.
Good nade. Nice util. Gets away self-heal. That'll do 30, but armor's gone.
Trying to get out of there. Even a self-heal being used, so he'll be topped back up, I believe, to 100 health.
And a paranoia being thrown in there too, just so that Chronicle can grab a little bit more information and presence.
Okay, pressure over towards Garage.
I think the split is entirely about map control. It's about holding on to key areas, and Boaster's got B main, Chronicle's got B heaven.
This is interesting as well. You see this, right? Them insta-calling where the Viper stuff is, and then them putting the Cypher over towards it. Like I said, that's going to be pretty key for Fnatic to do. Nice to see we've seen the change up already. We'll keep an eye on that as it goes in. It's going to be a nice nade. Could be huge with the Judge. Yeah, push them over towards the Judge. Judge is going to go up. Okay, farming on that one. Tens is still alive. Tens is not alive. We have 1 armor, 2. We have 3 armors that need to get rebought, but as we can see, Fnatic are going for the light buys in terms of the armor every single time, as Chronicle buys the heavy armor. 1 kill though. So in terms of the first 2 rounds on both of these maps, out of the 4 rounds, the first 4 rounds, we've seen 1 kill. We saw none in the first 2 of Haven. We see 1 in the first. So this is, yeah, great starts from Fnatic. Are they going to do that same thing up where they buy and get rid of some of their guns?
I believe it was Sova on split as well, at times.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they are. They keep the judge though.
Not afraid to flex
So,
over to a variety of
2 of them.
This is the investment
2 of them
round now for
upgrading.
Sentinels. They've got guns online in their hands.
Chronicle, 1 away.
Usage of them now.
And look how much faith they have
Going for an earlier A hit as we can see. Again, worth noting, Fnatic, now they've worked out where the Viper's going, they are putting the Cypher here. So again, good instant adjustment from them, getting good information against the Viper util. Okay, we've got Trip set up to try and get a kill through the smoke. Does it work?
Only going to be claiming the one.
Alpha's gone aggro.
Alpha could be the difference maker. High ground position. Crosshair placement was not good, but he uses the cage to get back out of there.
Okay, 4-on-4 retake.
To be used, though, and Heaven
We don't feel comfortable in terms of having control for the plant.
We will get this plant down without too much problem. Still, Fnatic, they've maintained and held on to control of Heaven this entire time, and looking to re-clear now.
Okay, retaken over towards this position.
And Boaster holding this paranoia. This is a big play.
Ooh, nice flash. Does get this corner, but
There's going to be attempts there.
When does Death go in?
Showstopper letting it rip over the wall, though. No one watching for it, and a spray down.
Oh my god, Death.
being the playmaker.
Chat, they went to wall it off. He just moved forwards on top of the wall. So perfect. So perfect that he managed to just move that little bit forward. Otherwise, he's going to be on the other side of this wall, and this is probably a different round. Huge play. Yeah, look at that.
I think a very big difference there too in terms of how Fnatic were approaching the retake. On Haven, we saw them strike immediately as soon as the plant went down, not giving Sentinels a moment to set up into a post.
So because of the early buy that we saw earlier, we now have this weird buy. So we have an Op, no armor, glass cannon, we have Stinger, Spectre. So yeah, weird first. We're getting some weird buys into this one, that's for sure. Uh-oh, this could be a double. Ooh, I thought it was going to be a double. Nice shot from Zekken. Instant headshot because of the no armor. I wonder if that would have made a difference. Who knows?
To be able to get that one, so important.
They seemed almost ready for that one, Sentinels. The way they played it, like they anticipated a push down mid.
I didn't curse that. He had no armor.
Though,
oh no!
Oh boy.
Nice cover from Leo. 1-on-1. Oh, nice little. Wait. Is there a segment in this wall that we can get out from? Yeah. Because they can just go on top of this. So it's like a little bit of a fake wall and actually can... Basically, this wall, so what happens with this wall, right? You face it from bottom and it looks like a wall that's close. And then their initial plan to fall back was going to be like a double swing. One from the bottom, one from the top. So you look at the wall, you think that it's fine. You kind of think it's more like this. And actually you can just double swing like from higher lower. It's actually a really cool idea. Turns into a 3-on-3 as we can see going over towards B. No one towards B. Gambled a little bit from Fnatic in terms of A. So Sentinels are in a good spot for this one. Pancada has double mollies and gets the orb as well. So if Sassy gets a kill, he gets all.
Go down without too many problems, but this fight that's about to take place in main is so important. Pancada is going to meet him.
Nah, Zekken's a great raise. I think it's fine.
A lot of util still to try and push them back, but that snake bite is quite nice. Means it's not going to be anybody following up on the boom bot. Now the nade across though. Aim of the game going to be trying to delay Boaster with the paranoia. Goes too wide, actually a little bit too high. Pancada's still alive in this one, and there's a crossfire setup. The re-swing.
Okay, 1v2. A good reposition from Sassy. Well played.
Swinging across. Position is no now onto Heaven, but Sassy reveals
okay, nicely done.
Still.
Good run from Sassy. Good reposition there.
Claim to the kill with Alpha Air falling. That's going to be that
good run from Sentinels. The Astra suck was pretty important there in the end. Nice jaws over towards middle. Sassy cleaned up, did great in the ended up being a 2-on-2 over towards site and a 1-on-1 here, right? So nice round that forces Sentinels. That forces Fnatic over towards an eco. So transfer Sentinels just kind of get some economy, start stacking up some rounds here.
of Sassy and Pancada. So solid, really difficult to get through when they're set up.
Yeah, there's some odd buys. It's
Sentinels now should have
there's
an
a lot of
opportunity to
different
start building
approaches at
up
the moment.
a few rounds. Major pressure
Kind of
over
always going to
Durka.
happen in an off
Pops
season
the
where everyone's
Bladestorm
left
and
to like
they
their
go for
own
something
thing,
really
and
aggressive.
like they all
Try to
starting
get
to do
everybody
their own
into
kind of
Alpha.
buy
Who has a
of what
Bucky
they
on B?
what
So
they
I like this
enjoy.
idea
Damn,
from
this is
Fnatic.
crazy. So much information here. They can heavy stack over towards B. They still need to worry about middle. They do have the wall though.
Sentinels are not wasting too much time with this one. They actually pop the Seekers off into mid.
Oh,
Uses it. Okay,
that's a
Sentinels
very
have the
important
wall,
kill for
finds
Tens.
two.
Nicely done, because that Bucky can
Straight away
still
opens
hit
it up.
pretty
There's
hard.
gonna be no danger.
Left click is
Many
really
cheeky
strong
kills
still.
From Alpha here anymore. Still, Chronicle running onto Heaven is smoked off for the time being, though. Does have that bulldog in his hands, but Sassy also watching
Oh my
the
goodness.
flank. Fast play out.
Get the
Poster,
starters out
he's
the way
actually
on the
managed to find some
ecos.
space out onto the side with this, and he tries to take the fight anyway with the frenzy. Just not too favored. That's another day in the
Clean
firing
round,
range for
chat.
Pancada.
Look at
Cleans
this.
it up
Right,
nicely.
1 person to rebuy
And gets
armor,
his ultimate
3,000
online.
for all of
Really
this.
important that
This
Pancada
is
was
such
hunting
a
those
nice
kills
round
towards
for
the
Sentinels.
end, because the fight was
Perfect.
hit.
Really well done
Easily
from
win
Tens to get
next
this
round.
kill, because I'm telling you that
If
could
they
have
can get
ended
on the
badly.
side.
Would have at least been
That's the second
some
time that
damage
when he
done from the
walks out
Bucky.
into B,
So
he's been on
nice
top
from
of it.
Tens.
And
Nice clean up from
obviously
Pancada
gets
as well.
great punish there. But
Full
I'm
buy,
wondering if
light armor
Fnatic are
still.
gonna start reading into this a little bit and just be holding for
Important
him being on
round
top of
for
the wall every
Fnatic
time.
to build some
I think the most
economy.
important
We
thing though in
do
this round
have
is,
Viper
can Sentinels
and
get
Astra
into a
ult to
post
help
plan
them out
for
here. And
Pancada
pretty
to
much
win with his
not going
pick?
to see an ult for a while for Fnatic, to be honest. Maybe Res eventually.
It's been quite
What are we
slow
waiting
by
for here?
Sentinels. You're seeing really glimpses of that exit attack side calling from Def in the past.
Okay,
when
Dog
he's played
goes
on
up,
this map.
still got the Cypher over
Definitely
towards
agree.
A. That's
Look at where
probably
the
just going to
cam is
be
as well from
how we're
Alpha
just
here,
going to
though.
play the map from
Pancada's
now on.
Kind of, Pancada and Sassy have faked a bit of pressure up towards A Heaven, but Alpha knows that it's not real. And that's going to allow Durka to rotate off, and they can just leave the whole of the A site to Alpha
Still holding it for the time being. Mid, just being contained. Deep flash there into ropes. A familiar play to what Sentinels were trying to do on Haven quite a bit. They throw a bit of util out and just contact up, but this wall is going to be causing problems now.
That gives Sentinels a ton of space, though.
How do they want to play around this?
So perhaps of the Dog A ramp to clear here. Right, so you clear all of this, and then for sure you're creating a heavy question mark here. That is crazy that
The
Tens has
spacing
done
there
that.
just not quite good enough.
What
And
the
Fnatic,
hell?
they crumble.
Dude, Tens is having
This is a
impact
save
at the
round this
moment.
point. The only thing Fnatic
Dub-
are hoping
double
for is that
entries,
maybe
back to
Pancada
back.
gets panicked and uses his ult for no
Second,
reason.
gets the
And
plant
this
down
round
as well,
is
starts
over.
stacking in terms of ults here.
And
Dude, they
all
might
down to
win this round
Tens.
and only use the
Being the
Astra ult into it
playmaker.
as well, and
This
looking
guy,
like we're going
what
to
a
keep
new
it
role
clean
out
because
of man.
Fnatic's
Yes, new
saving. So
role.
it's 3,000 on top of all of this.
2023 really
Dude,
is
what a
the year
perfect
of
start. If you
redemption
take
for
out the
this guy.
pistol
You
in
know,
the
he's
second
playing on a
round,
map where
this is a perfect
we spoke about it. Historically,
comeback
his
from
performances
Sentinels.
were never good.
Yeah, I think you're
This
going
map
to see a
always
timeout.
haunted him in the past, but
They could definitely hunt for this.
Yeah,
Right, look at this
he's
econ.
had occasional performances where he goes nutty on Jet, but his team still looks scrappy.
Yeah, in terms of why they do the Dog, right, it's to clear this out
Raze was never
and
that
basically just
great,
create the
and there were
pressure
a
that
lot
with
of,
this smoke that they definitely
narratives about
crossed
him
over
being
towards
poor in
Heaven, so then
elimination matches
this
and
becomes
stuff as
heavy,
well.
you have to have that
Frankly,
like
the guy
1-1,
just
but
has
as
a
we can see,
microscope
camera
because
kind of
the
saw that no
size
one was following it.
of the
But a lot of people, when
the
a lot of people,
audience
especially
in
like
the
a while
minds.
ago,
guy set the
used to
standards
just
for
play,
star
see what the
level
Jets playing now,
performances in
used to play
2021.
here all the time
But I
against
like
this
what
kind of
he's doing
smoke.
there, and I also
But
think
this smoke
that
was kind of altered a little bit. There's a few you can do with different moves.
From Fnatic to be challenging this
Dude, he had
super
no
heavily.
idea about the second kill.
It's not a great one-way. We've seen teams run it before. I think Yampi on Astra was somebody that I could remember doing it, but you see how awkward it was?
Good time for a
for
timeout.
Poster and Chronicle?
Part of the reason why the spacing was so poor when they lined up was because they were only given the sliver of an angle
Yeah.
to play around with that one way.
It's not a one-way that really favors the defenders that much. And yet they decided to fight it until the very bitter end.
What do you reckon, Chad? They're going to try and get some more B main control, seeing as they're playing pretty passive over towards the map, over towards A. Feels like they're going to do that. Or they could do what I talked about in terms of fighting early over towards Viper, over towards A, because there's a lot of pressure there. Either way, they're playing very far back. Definitely going to see Fnatic kind of fight for some more control. Could be close A, could be close mid, could be close B main. So we'll also see if Sentinels just decide after this to just start hitting sites a bit heavier, over maybe with 5. Cucumber Caviar, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. 6 months. Half a year. Thanks for using Prime on me.
Go for big site execs. They always have an advantage by the time they're hitting the site. That's a big difference compared to Haven, where I think Fnatic had 13 of the first kills.
Which obviously makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
If you're heading into most rounds of an advantage like
Harbor,
that,
not really. You need some stopping power on this map. So on like on attack, sure, it's great in theory. On defense, I think it could be a little bit brutal. I'm down to be proven wrong though. I think this makes sense from Sentinels, just changing it up a little bit. They did do something similar to this earlier, but five manning a bit earlier on, because you know that they're probably going to change it up. And again, the heaviest change was going to be going aggro. We did see them try and fight over towards middle, so that was kind of their change up. That's an insane shot.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Holy hell.
And the crossfire set up Alfia, ready to bail it out, just as Sentinels try and collapse into the site. Space being gained, Pancada does hold, but still, no one's...
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, that was madness in terms of timing.
Was aware of it.
And that might have given an opportunity for the two smokes.
Nip_TV, thank you so much. With the Prime, appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Wait, that's Joe, right? Yeah, I always forget that you have that.
Everything is stacked against Sentinels. But they have a hope.
Hope and dream. Still, the cam is going to spot them out. See that warbang angle? That's just off the cam.
They're doing all right in this. They're doing all right.
Boaster took a bit of damage back.
Oh, it's Rom. That's it. I knew it was one of you. Dude, Rom. How are you, Rom? It's been a while. Good to see you still around.
Does he not spot him into the corner? He does.
Okay, nice cleanup. Can Def do any... Okay, no extra damage from this one.
Alfia, what a cleanup from that guy. I mean,
gonna be alright into this. Chronicles just gonna have a bit of a low buy. Dude, that shot from Durka is madness.
I mean, I was speechless. I'm speechless.
Oh my god, he's so calm with it.
He knows where Zekken is going, so there's a bit of anticipation in that as well. It's not just pure tracking. He knows that he's trying to land on that high ground, but it's still such a gorgeous shot. And Durka and Alfia just playing off each other perfectly. That's the thing in and out. That is the first time that that A setup has properly been tested, where they're ready to receive it. In one of the previous rounds, they did go A, but Alfia was...
In terms of Sentinels, what are we doing? Where are we going? Durka does have an op. Trying to punish over towards Heaven.
But I do think they could still follow this
camera, a little bit more passive. This is the first time we actually get someone over towards A Heaven, so Sentinels are doing great in terms of changing this up. But Durka could punish over towards middle. This was definitely what they talked about in the half, in terms of punishing over towards middle. That forces... Holy hell. 27 HP.
I mean, just should never have been favored in that fight yet. Comes out relatively.
I'm looking for the camera. Where on earth is it? That was very good awareness though, knowing where the camera can't see and where they could have got in terms of following the dog. So nice run from Durka. But yeah, Fnatic in terms of what they talked about, punishing middle. Then we saw two try and do it last round. We actually get the op to do it this round. So that's great. 2 kills into this one, but res happened, so 4v5. Nice passive wall. Have to break this. 3 people and Cypher relatively close. Should be hard for Sentinels to win this one.
Take the angle, Paranoia and an A to push them back. Wall not even close to fading here.
30 seconds left.
Interesting angle that Tens is looking for. A clean shot into this one. Jump peek by Chronicle. We've got a lot of information now. Time running so damn low. Only 18 seconds left in the round. What a flick from Sassy. Does he anticipate the second player up top?
Oh boy.
Drop down.
Small chance into this one. Tens has to get the spike and plant.
Down to Tens. Spike has to be picked up.
Oh my goodness.
Isolates one more fight.
I feel like I'm watching like a frag movie where they edit it together. Does just get the plant in time.
Rotating around, the heal's going to be used. Back up.
Oh, Chad, it's getting really bad.
Isolating the angle, and Durka is just waiting it out. Locking down the angle on top of the box with that operator. Has the dash. Waiting to see what he can do. Slowly creeping and crawling down the ropes, not making any noise. And it's just going to be a game of reactions. Who spots who first? Barrel stick down.
Tens, that's a huge round, chat. 4v5. They managed to claw this back. Tens did great. Sassy did great. Everyone kind of did great. Oh my goodness, Chad. The stream is struggling so hard. They need to restart that PC. But it's everything. It's like the encoder, right? I'm seeing their faces on the replays.
I think Fnatic's defensive setup was really good. In fact, I think the macro game so far has still been better from Fnatic. But that doesn't win you games. No. Sentinels
Someone
running away
link
with
me the
this on
YouTube if
attack
that's
side.
true. Someone said it was no, yes, YouTube's the same apparently.
A fast showstopper play right up close. And these fast plays, when you throw them in, just how slow the attack side rounds
Yeah,
are being
YouTube's
played.
just
Of
the
course
same.
they're going to be capitalizing. Of course they're going to be coming up with the goods.
Durka needs something here. He might get all.
Oh my goodness. Chat is literally like a bad frag movie edit. I'm telling you, it's wild.
Safe again, not even a point of damage. And now Fnatic are really stuck. 3v4, and like I said, Split is about map control.
Dude, can they
Well,
even
they
tech
have no
pause for
idea if
this?
someone is
Like,
into
I'm trying to
ropes.
think in a
They
sport,
still
like,
have
would
this
you ever
cam
tech
from
pause to
Alpha, yeah?
change? I
think
mean, it's
the desk was
different, I
talking about
guess.
it.
Guess it's
Sentinels
not
are putting a
actual.
premium on breaking this stuff. They didn't break the Killjoy utility. They're not breaking the Cypher utility either.
Okay,
but
they're
they
restarting
are still
something.
finding a way around
Midway
it.
through, though.
I heckin' love that guy.
Okay, I think they switched to a PC. Let's see if we see it anymore.
With his POV in the moment
Nope,
there.
okay,
So it's
well,
gonna be
what do
broken
I know?
Alpha yet.
Yeah, it's the stream PC for sure.
His job now to try and hold this down, and Cam's quite good at spotting out a bit of that angle.
Okay, we'll
Tries
try and
to go
stick
for
with
the
it.
screen
Looking
down
like
there
a
with
good run for
Slinger, but
Sentinels.
30 seconds.
Fnatic
backing
have
away,
to
actually, opting into the
save into this one. Holy hell.
Even willing to try and play into this one. If Alvia can claim a rifle, it's going to be not too
They did it to
bad
us
for
before,
them, but
Bacon?
still.
Oh, okay, well then
Another round on the
let's
board,
see it.
piles up.
Wait, was that the
That's it,
Icebox game
exactly.
against,
Is a big W for Fnatic. Do you remember what
Was
I
that the
said
Icebox
a couple
game
of
against
rounds ago
Gambit?
where Fnatic were going for a save, and I said the best they can hope for is Pancada gets scared and just uses his
Dude,
ult.
it's getting, yeah,
Get out of here.
the PC that
4v3,
is
it's not a
that
bad
is
time to
streaming
use
is
the ult.
just
And of course, he
melting.
can't know that Fnatic
Get
is
some
going for a
fans
save,
on it.
But they're going to be a bit frustrated about that. Yeah. Nevertheless, it's a round on the board. They're still going to have an economy advantage heading into the next, into round 10. And Sentinels with 6 on the attack side is looking superb. Brent, I feel like Split is becoming an attack side.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember the one.
So far. It feels like teams are really being able to.
Yeah,
get a
maybe
read on
they just go for it at
how-
halftime.
How to create ramp pressure, get into heaven. A lot of teams playing heavy
Holy.
duelist styles.
We'll try stick with it, chat. Oh my goodness. Speedy79, thank you so much. Appreciate it with the Prime.
Fnatic, I think,
Thank
is
you
still gonna be explosive
for
when the
joining
sides
me in this
swap
madness.
with Durka and with Chronicle.
You would think, right, with the double
Yeah,
duelist composition that they are running.
but they still need to get rounds on the board. Sentinels cannot.
Oh my
run
god.
away with
Okay,
this.
chat, we're going to try and go
Otherwise,
in for this. We're going to
a
just
complete
pretend it's not
mirror
happening.
of Haven.
Get a full
Which I
buy.
suppose would be
Durka has ult.
unfitting.
They're still pressuring over towards middle though, right? That's the thing that they've changed up the most, is the pressure towards middle
Just from that, so
in terms of the timeout. Vulture _ am I with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome into the slot club. Dog does check vents and it might have just fully gone. I think it's gone, chat. I think it overheated
Slip
fully.
there
Oh my goodness,
for
we're
just
back.
a moment. We're back
Okay.
in the game though, don't worry about it. Minute 10, and thankfully nothing happened.
Yep.
It's a bit of slow mid control, and Sassy coming around the corner. Just
We didn't miss a
contacting
kill. We come back just in time. Sassy gets the first pick.
We'll see what can be done.
Leo
does have
over
rest
towards
available, but
heaven.
already that pressure's being applied to him, and
Uh-oh.
starting to squeeze him. Nade rebounded
Damn,
off the
nice
side,
hit
sets
though.
him up again, tense.
Nice hit in
An
terms
easy
of
kill,
Sentinels.
especially when his target is rotating this
Alpha
way,
has
that
to
way.
go.
Alpha has to be the difference maker, and what a shot to find. The crossfire setup booster quick to respond again in kind, holding that
Oh
crossfire
my.
setup.
Oh,
Cool
chat,
card
that
collected.
was
is the name of the game.
unreal.
Oh, Alpha
Had to
has the
solo hold down the site and
Alpha's
gets
anchoring
4.
has just been phenomenal. Tested on the A
We got to
side,
see all the kills,
delivers.
chat. We're blessed
Tested
in
on the
this
B
one.
side, absolutely immaculate again. And the cages are working, the trips are working, the positions he's playing are off his teammates. And just relying on that ability to take duels and win them. Fnatic get a 4th, and they save themselves from another eco. I'm liking the Cypher setups as well that they're going
Damn,
for.
big solo play. And that's
Alpha
also
obviously
like, what I
was
think that's the first
Sentinel
run. They might have done it the round
before
before, but that was the first run that they moved over towards B. Basically, they did a heavy shutdown over towards A when they got hit by the trips, and then they moved it up over towards B. So that's pretty nice. Offquake as well, thank you so much for the gifted. Appreciate it. Chat, you know what to do. Let's get some Slug approves in as we're jolting everywhere across the map. Going back now, they feel like they've punished mid enough. They go back and play passive. This has been nice from Sentinels though. They dog heaven all the time, and this time they followed it up with 3 people. Durka goes aggro, gets a good timing on this one, should have the kill. Does get the kill. We fall back into a 4v3. Keep an eye on middle lurk. Dude, Chronicle was good for 1, got traded out.
It's so strange though. Durka just controls the main entrance into A. The spike is not in there. Zekan's
Oh yeah, I've
walking
got a
into
thing for
spawn.
this, right?
Things are getting chaotic. This is going to come down to individual decision making.
I feel like they need to have one on their stream.
With 40 seconds left in the round. Individual moments.
Neppy, thank you so much.
Sentinels are gonna have to shine,
And
but
Jaws, appreciate that. Thank you for the bits.
Spike's still in the
Neppy,
hands
welcome
of
into the
Tens.
Slug Club. Okay, 3
Well, the
on
time they did
4.
have is starting to
Good
burn
pressure,
another
that's
way.
now a res. Are they going to try and stop this? Yes, Durka's ready for it.
Actually, with the orb, let's see if
Looking
there's
like
any punish
we're
there.
not
Now
going to do
Durka
anything
was
on
holding
top.
some of the
Good.
smoke, seeing if he
The
could
boast to put a
have
flash
angle,
into
but
this,
now time
but
is
good
running
awareness
pretty
from
low. Jumping
Durka.
through into the
Realizing that he
smoke,
wasn't going
Durka
to get away with that one.
waits
Does
out.
get the kill, manages to
Patient
move back
enough,
and
snake
gets
right
another
across,
one.
rips
What
through, and
really
is
good
down to
decision
just
making from
deck.
Durka here. That
Spike
was great.
nowhere near him. Unable to make a play in this moment, so Fnatic
Even with the flash, he just knew that like the
that round
timing
on
was
the
a
board.
little bit off and they would have been waiting for
Really
this.
important one for Fnatic too, because this starts to bolster their defense side. They've won the pistol, and then 3 out of the next 9. It's not been an incredible performance by Fnatic, but the score on the board is what matters.
The Japanese
And they're
stream is
drawing
good. Dude,
things
someone
over
link
with
it.
a
I'll
comp
go.
That's probably going to be attack-sided. We might be dead even in this map. And I think Sentinels need to put another one on the board, I think. The next half is going to be...
The audio's still good, so it should work out right.
Both comps
Yeah,
are probably the most
so this-
comfortable. Yeah. But
No, it's just as bad,
both
chat,
teams
right?
need as many as they can right here. Durka with an operator.
Chat, it's just
looks
as
to
bad.
take an early peek.
Stop baiting
He
me.
knows that Sassy's been dogging it every time.
see what happens here. It's early fight. So important. Seekers forces out the first shot, has to back away, including the dog. Removes the tilt.
Chat, we have enough issues without you lot not being on my side. Nice flash from Boaster. Can it? Dude, Boaster gets another one from heaven. That's kind of wild. Durka chimes in as well. They are looking like they're going to be able to get 6, but still. On split, 6 is pretty good on the attack. Pancada, 10s, 2v5 bring it down to a 2v4, but they literally have no space. They wall this off, so they might have some freedom to kind of duel out like this, but yeah, this is going to be a rough one. They got to fix this at half time, right?
Make it a nice even score line. Nade into the corner. It's going to be pushing them away. Dropping down. A flick of the wrist from Tens. Not able to find it. Satchel on top. One more kill. Found Pancada. The pressure is on. And it's just unable
Holy hell.
to finalize.
We're seeing some
Put it away,
mad
put it to
individual
bed.
plays
Fnatic,
as well.
they claim the round. They're going to be making it 6-6.
Chat,
Big
let's
performance
pray.
from
Let's
Fnatic to
pray
get
for
back
them
into
to
this.
restart
Join us
this.
dead at level
Please
and a
restart
half.
the stream.
The
It's
next
fine.
half is going to be everything for Sentinels. Both teams need to win here.
It's
but
okay.
only
We don't
one
need the
can.
half time. We don't need
Sentinels,
any. We don't need
are they
anything.
going to
Just
be
a
able
little
to pull it
restart.
back? We're gonna go to a break here, a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the next half.
Yeah, 5-minute break.
Where
Okay.
we'll show you the remix version of Sentinels Fnatic.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully, chat, this is going to be fixed. Chat, while they're doing this, you think I'm not going to take this moment to spam you with some ads? Of course I am. Who do you think I am? Chat, I'll be right back. 3 minutes.
Hey everyone, we just want to let you know that our team is aware of the stuttering issues that are affecting the broadcast, but just to be 100% clear, it is not impacting the players on stage whatsoever, which is the most important thing, hands down, and we hope to have a fix as soon as possible. We thank you all so much for your patience. We hope that regardless, you're still enjoying the matchup, and we thank you so much for joining us here back in the Analyst Desk as we get ready to discuss what we just saw in that first half, because, you know what?
Yeah, good luck filling.
It's kind of like that meme. They had
Here
us
comes
in
the
the first
fill.
half, not gonna lie. It was looking all right.
Can the coaches speak right now? Yes, I'm pretty sure they're going to allow everyone to speak. So normally in the games anyway, when you get to halftime, the coaches can speak anyway. So I'm pretty sure everyone will just be allowed to speak. I miss this. Oh, okay. Straight back in. Chat, how we feeling? Confidence?
Sorry about that. I was chewing on the cables earlier. Got a bit hungry. But yeah, back into the match that matters now here between Fnatic and Sentinels. Map number 2, of course, is the Sentinels that need to take it. Yeah. They have any chance of staying
I reckon they would have allowed it, Bacon, honestly. Would have been a judgment call. Who knows?
So
okay, we get into it now 6-6. Honestly, from what we saw of it, it looked like a sick half. Let's see if the rest delivers. 6-6. Who won pistol? Fnatic won pistol. So 1-0 in terms of pistols on this. 2-3 altogether, right? 2-1, sorry, altogether. Okay, looking like a straight up hit, and this is how I said they might approach this, right? Just see if they can actually stop the site hits fast. This is a nice wall. This funnels them over towards here where we have the Viper waiting. Dude, this is a nice, good counter wall. How did the jewels go? Really good. Nice decision from Fnatic. Good instant decision from them.
Sentinels just did not look ready for that one.
No stutter so far, chat. Looking great.
Can they make it work here?
No plant yet.
To deny the plant, and the pressure is actually on Fnatic.
Yeah.
But
Second's a little bit exposed with this one. Not going to see the swing come in.
There's no way he knows where anyone's coming from.
Yeah, no one holding that angle. So Chronicle just contact pushing all the way up.
Yeah, that one looked a little bit odd.
Spike should be able to go down without too many problems, but
there's one of the walls.
It's Fnatic just waiting right now for the walls to fade away so that the rest of the team can help them out and get that.
Yeah, a little bit odd because like Sassy could have helped him in that one.
Fnatic with this pistol round are going to be starting some serious momentum unless Sassy can work a miracle. But I think it's just far too much. He'd have to hit outrageous
Yeah, they definitely lowered the
shots.
FPS. But honestly, in comparison to what we were getting, I think that's the right call for sure.
For Zekken. The amount of times we've seen him caught out.
Okay.
Is brutal for a player of his caliber.
Dude, every time in these pistols, someone's going solo huge. This was a great decision from Fnatic though. Like the on-the-fly decision to insta-wall over the wall was great. They knew that funneling was what Sentinels were kind of planning for, so they knew that going over towards this point heavy was going to be pretty much be death on arrival. So the wall past the wall was really nice. Pistol records 3-1. 2-0 in terms of this map. Full eco for Sentinels. Tens has reboard a wall if they need it. If somehow they get some kills. Okay, no sound on this one. They definitely have some issues. We'll let them sort it out.
I want to talk a little bit about how these compositions work though, because Sentinels comp is going to focus really heavy on mid control. They're going to have Astropoles, Viper Walls, nades, so much stuff. Fnatic are probably not going to be able to get mid control very often, but I don't think they need it. The double duelist composition excel at
so now we go over towards Sentinels
and applying a lot of pressure to the anchors. So
they
both teams have
only one extra gun in terms of this one, and okay, 2 extra guns now in terms of this. So they actually did great in terms of what they bought, more of an FPX buy, and then in terms of this one, we pretty much get a full buy, and then they have another full buy after this. So rough times for Sentinel. They kind of have to win 2 in a row if they want to make Fnatic eco. So huge round.
Early obstacle for them.
Sentinels lose if they have to eco.
Talked about the hopes and dreams of this
Fnatic can buy next.
Team, including Boaster. This guy who's just had his eyes on a trophy for so long.
That is a really nice timing on the wall from Tens.
Okay, let's look at this. We still have the attack wall if we want to go over this and burst. Or you can give them the sound cues, shoot the wall, and then you're going to have a rotation. But honestly, they might try and wall over this and just try and take it, because majority of the time you're going to have something like this, right? 2-2-1. So yeah, I'm not sure.
If they do go for that, look.
Yeah, they don't know the timing on this.
Pressure that's
Oh,
been
that's
put
a
on
great
Sassy.
flash.
Spotted out. Here's the
Yeah,
wall go
wall
up.
over.
Sassy has to back away from this one. Quick dash up there onto Flowers, and Durka.
Nicely done.
Nails the
That
shots.
dude,
I
that
think
was
Durka was
so
the only
important
person on
because
the
he
wall.
was the
He
only
had
one
to
that
win
actually
that.
boosted over the wall. So
When he
turned
does,
into a
Side's
massive
gonna clean
one-on-one.
up
There
a
was no
Fnatic,
one
what an
behind
opener for
to
them.
try to actually trade this. So yeah,
They're
huge kill from
thrashed in this one.
Durka.
How do you
It's gonna be a rough
try and
retake.
salvage this
Trip
situation?
out camera here.
Do have
Yeah, this
positioning
one's hard for
to
Sentinels.
A ramp. You've got to clear through all this utility. Screens also is there for them. And look at Alpha. Great position for him. Ducking underneath this one. Trip. Very
Oh,
nice.
wow.
And Alpha just has the precise positioning. Second just cannot catch a break right now. And layers on layers. That crosshair placement. Just amazing for this. And Sentinels forced to save. You just have to
Yeah,
back away.
Sentinels have
Maybe
to
keep the
save
rifle
into this.
moving
The
through
other
this one,
three
but
that don't have a
suddenly
gun do not
like
have
this
anything
map
to
in this
buy
series
on
might
top
just
of
be
this. So you're
falling
going
away,
to see some
crumbling
stingers. Maybe you're going to
beneath
see a
them.
judge.
Fnatic
Rough at the moment for Sentinels. They get 3,000 in terms of their loss bonus, so it's okay in terms of the guns that they can buy with this. But yeah, rough start for them. They really need to keep these guns alive. In terms of Fnatic, sorry, chat, 2,900 on top of this, 3,000 for everyone. Yeah. So money's out of control in terms of Fnatic. No deaths for them. But yeah, we can have some judges. We can have some stingers if they want it.
to rotate their players off to the other side of the map. But when Fnatic is so
Or
happy
just
to
5
use
sheriffs.
their own wall to get
4
over
sheriffs.
it, or
3 sheriffs.
up
2
dash,
sheriffs.
dash back, whatever.
How many
There's so
sheriffs?
many tools to
2
be able to
sheriffs.
get
We get
around that
1
obstacle.
stinger. Is going. Chat,
But
no
it means
judges.
Sentinel's utility is not quite
Come
as
on,
useful
it's
as
the
it
best
otherwise
judge
would
map.
be against other teams, other comps. Def is going to be hard pressed to come up with an answer to this.
Timeout
Okay,
being taken.
timeout. I think that's a
Looking
good
for
timeout.
answers from the coach as well.
I mean, this is a good timing for it as well. When it looks like Fnatic are sailing away with the potential win here on their map pick.
And the most important
They
thing
get
is that
2-9
the
on top of
Sentinels
it
players are in
again,
position
so
to
they can definitely
receive
buy it with light armor.
Durka.
Uh-oh.
I would normally say Durka and Chronicle.
Might
but
just be the
Chronicle hasn't
coach
been playing
cams.
that aggressively on the attack side yet. Durka is way out in front. If they can shut down Durka,
It's just the coach cams, don't
with
worry.
Good anchoring.
Minis, yeah,
smoke
Minis just
pull,
back there,
whatever utility
mixing
you
it
wanna
up.
put in there, but be ready to receive him. If they can shut down Durka, they'll rip off the tip of the spear, and Fnatic are going to be a bit stunted on these pushes. But I think that's a lot to ask. Durka has been in unbelievable form in this series so far. He's currently 18-8. He's just
Yeah,
feasting.
Durka was
The
very
only
important
times
in
we've
that
seen
big
him
buy
punish
round
is
there
when
as
he
well.
just
That one-on-one, I
walks
kind of
around with an
decided it all. It was a one-on-one
Been a
with
true difference
Sassy,
maker.
I'm pretty sure.
One away from that ultimate as well, but you are right. It's going to be the key for them.
I like the idea from
Putting a stop
I
to
like the
these
idea from Sentinels in that
clash
past round though.
engages.
But again, Fnatic
way
does seem to
around
be
it.
that one step ahead in terms of most of these rounds.
And a lot of the time, that is going to mean that Sentinels need to give space.
Okay, they are going aggro.
If
So
Fnatic
what they've
invest
decided
really
to change up
heavily,
is they go aggro over towards A.
They need to
Yep,
fall
follow the
backwards and
dog.
absorb some of that aggression.
Can they
Alpha
break the
is
trip?
looking to
Can they
absorb
swing
aggression
this?
over
Can they
in
get the
right
kill?
now.
Oh, trying to take the fight there, Sassy.
Holy hell, Alpha
Quite a
gets out.
swing, but
Yeah,
the
Alpha
weapon
gets
not
out,
good
but
enough for it.
it's
Sheriff
okay.
in play, and
They
that's an
still have the
instant
gun.
answer. Look at this from Fnatic.
A good mid-round call.
Yeah, players
I thought this was a good
swarming
attempt.
That position.
Trying to set up the
Northf
one of the
giving
guns into
great
the round.
information as well. On top of this, and while Second tries to reposition, he's just caught.
Not ready
out
for
in
that
the
extra
open.
swing though.
That's actually Alfier's ultimate, giving them that kill.
Okay, some heroics from
Tens might
Tens.
Try and make a play though.
Yeah, can't get on
Go
top
for
of this
that
one,
crouch
right?
Jump onto the corner. Definitely impossible in some circumstances, but the weaponry is just so poor right now for Sentinels.
Yeah, and Def and Pancada need to save here, or they need to save at least one of the rifles. Pancada actually can buy into the next.
Nice boombot.
So maybe he's just trying to keep the Fnatic economy under wraps, but Fnatic are going to be looking to buy for a long time yet.
Yeah, this is
You
them.
can't do too much damage.
I mean, sailing away with the game. The map and the
Now-
game.
now he
Able to
gets on
jump
top of
peek
it?
them Tens, but tries to go for a cheeky little peek there, maybe rip a head off, but
Leo might die. Oh no, he just gets away, safe in his corner. And that is not even a set plan.
Chat,
for Fnatic
chat, does
at
the
all,
wall get
right?
lower
That
when
is
it
supposed to make
when
a
it
mid-round
starts?
call that, all right, they're getting
Or was it
aggressive
just
on
because he
A.
had more of a
They
run up
set
this
up to
time?
punish them with Durka and Alpha. So now
What
there's going to
the
be an
hell?
opening. Let's exploit that. I like the balance of set stuff with the mid-rounding.
He just did it because he had
Fnatic's
more of a
winning
run up.
I could be wrong, but Durka, I'm pretty sure, just activated his ultimate by mistake there as well.
What, at the end of the round? Oh yeah, it's gone.
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The right click
10-6.
They don't need it.
Listen, they're ahead already. 4 rounds.
Oh,
Why
that's
not?
what they're talking about. Chat, I need to put my sound up. Why on earth did Dirk ult there? Nice misclick.
It's going to be the Satchels working their way forwards. Fnatic trying to gain control of this slow orbit.
Dude, Fnatic are kind of doing what I said though, just heavy side hits.
wall is so
Don't need to worry about
interesting.
middle. And if they can't hold the site hits, why would you stop? So Sentinels need to stop this site hit, and this is looking like the best one. They got a lot of people here at the moment. Oh my goodness, that was like a jump scare. That one was crazy. Big Jaw coming up on Heaven. Nice from Chronicle. Oh, okay, 2. Oh my goodness. 2 on 2. No caster sound for this one, but that's okay. We managed to get over towards the site. Okay, 1v2. This one might be a little bit too much for Chronicle. Should just go for it though. So much money. Every kill actually matters for them, so doesn't matter too much. Nice reposition from Zekken. Uh-oh. Not enough time. Dude. Oh, chat, it was the opposite way around. Okay, chat. Dude, chat, do you know what? The no sounds just like completely throw me off. Okay. They're on attack. Holy hell. Chat, I wouldn't be able to do casting, I'll put it that way. That was my trial and I just failed so heavily. I was like, what? I was like, oh, he's got no time to defuse. Dude, why did he just run out of Heaven? That's... Do you know what, chat? Do you know what? I'm going to blame this on the players. Why did he just run out of Heaven? I felt like you could have just jeweled this a little bit better, surely. Okay, right, chat. Redemption time. Flash goes in over towards A. It doesn't hit anyone in terms of A. We are positioned to go hit B with great pressure. Bit of a fake, trying to get a reaction out. We get the orb over towards Leo. It's 11-6. It's an important round for Sentinels. They can't buy next. Pretty much a must-win round for them in terms of the scoreline. What do we got at middle? We've got 3-person middle. So Fnatic decide to actually do some mid-control. Pancardo's in a position on his own, has to go huge. Oh my god! Takes down 3. Good setup. Flawless round from Sentinels. They had to get it perfect from them. Holy hell, that was impressive. That was impressive. Okay, the redemption arc's back, chat. Let's get pumped for this one. Here comes the replay. Again, just on his own, had to at least get 2, and he gets 3 here. Right, we're going back into it. Full buy out. Boaster doesn't decide to get the op out. Potentially there. Going back to the site hits. They're scrapping over towards middle. Didn't work out well for them. And going back to the site hits. Pressure in terms of over towards A from the Cypher. Okay, straight up B hit with a Lurk is the plan. Over towards A, they flash out. They get no information, so you might see a heavier rotate. And this is real fast from Fnatic going in. Nice pathing from the Jet. Keep an eye on the Alpha Luck. Dude, I'm out of breath. Pansy Hypoc, how do you do this? Okay, they take all of the sites. We have to see a 5-on-5 retake. Keep an eye again on the Lark. Nice wall. They're going to have to break multiple bits of that to get into the site. The nade does prevent the plant. They use the Seekers. That's what it's called. They go out. Boaster gets 2 from the backer side over towards Heaven. That must have been crazy. We'll get a replay of that. Durka coming in as well, and they're just winning out all the jewels. This might be too hard. Alpha's going to clean this one up, and this is looking like 12. Pancarda, too much to do on this one. Low HPs. Maybe it's possible. Time is ticking. Keep an eye on Durka.
Now as well, apologies for that one. Pancarda left into that one.
There we go. Thank God. Thank God.
Single bullet might have done it, but he's just so alone right now. He's been surrounded on every single side. The time pressure just too much. And a heartbreaking moment for Pancarda, forced to just...
Chat, it started off really badly, but it got a little bit better as it
No
progressed.
room for error now for Sentinels. With this Fnatic claiming that 12th round on the board for them. Map and series point within their grasp.
So many chances
Yeah,
to
Jesus.
this too.
Chat, my lungs aren't cut out for this. I can't do that. That was intense. Okay, timeout. 5 chances.
Sentinels forced to take a timeout. Shadow with a massive ultimate to work with, but they're always up against the ropes. 1 round away from being eliminated in the first round of the Omega bracket.
And it's rough, isn't it?
Yeah, mad respect to Pansy and iBot for this.
It's no shock. That's what happens when 2 heavy hitters face each other in single elimination. But the manner in which it's happened, there's been a bit of a gulf in this match between the preparation levels and the teamwork and the individual level of Fnatic and what people were hoping for from Sentinels.
Fnatic performing at this kind of level as well. I mean, Leo playing in isolation.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, Pansy.
Really at 100%,
It worked.
you could argue.
But he was
I
great
gotta hold on to my viewers.
then when his team needs him, map 2.
Still holding.
I gotta hold. You're all important to me, chat. I gotta hold on to my viewers.
It has to be 5 rounds in a row. And as I said earlier, no.
You gotta do what you gotta do for the views. Right, 5 chances, important. Timeout for them. In terms of the buy, it's okay.
You're flying home.
That's a scary position to be in for Sentinels. It's America's super. And just like the Loud projects of last year,
and chat, basically, like if we look into this and how this half has gone, they just haven't been able to stop the side hits, right? That's just the easiest thing. They haven't been able to stop the side hits. The best round they had was that 1-on-2 where we messed up the casting. Like that was literally the best chance out of the instant side hits. Everything else, Fnatic have been on top. They've been having an easier time getting over towards the sites. The round that they tried middle was actually the round they lost, so they go back to just hitting sites over and over again. There's 3 people here, so they should be able to stop this one. Uh-oh. 3-on-3 now. Do they expect 10's here? Yes, 10's Wolves. Res if we need it. Did someone on top of the... Oh boy.
And the wall just intersecting, causing all sorts
yeah,
of
10's might not get a chance for this one.
It,
oh boy.
Just so unaware of this on a Res online.
Oh no. Res coming in 4v2 for this one to clean this out. Damn. Looking like this one's done.
And Zekken. Flash ready. We'll find one of the targets, gets them into the site, but a crossfire, and a massive play needs to be made. Showstopper's back, round the corner, Zekken claims 2. The beam down from Sassy, and it's all down to Leo. What a miracle play, what a miracle performance.
Oh my god.
But Leo, he might just end it. Left down to the 1v1 second.
Oh my god. Holy hell, came down to the 1v2. Okay, chat, this team looked good. This team looked good.
The Fnatic super team are looking primed and ready to continue in lock-in.
Damn, that was impressive.
What an insane way for the match to finish. Sentinels
yeah,
did
good game plans coming in from Fnatic.